This guy that lives at the end, he's either a little bit drunk, a little chatty, a little bit fast talkative. Don't look like a bad swimmer actually, but alright, we're just plateauing along the ridge line. There's a sick view now. That's grouse. Alright, crossed again. This is the creek that doesn't end. Alright, we're here finally, and it is very late. I'm definitely going to be out with torch, but sign looks pretty ratted, but yeah, let's see how we go with this one. It's only 3k's return, Koloa Gulch. I just drove through a gate. I don't think we're going to lock it. I think this is the end of the parking area. There's a house there. Great. Okay, commercial park back down there. Alright, so just spoke to the guy at the house at the end. Quite a character. Yeah, he's all good with doing this hike. He's never actually been to the waterfall, and he's lived there I don't know how long. Yeah, it's crazy. He reckons 2 families have already been up here today, so okay, that's interesting. I don't have an exact line, but I'm just assuming you're just gonna follow this road. It should take us there, so happy days. About 3k's return. Yeah, he's got like 7 cute dogs. One just tried to bite me. Well, he did bite me a little bit, but not bleeding, but he got his teeth into me. He just nipped me. I don't know why. One was a bit protective. Anyways, along we go. Happy days. So again, I hope that's not the creek, because she is dry. This guy that lives at the end, he's either a little bit drunk, a little chatty, a little bit fast talkative, or he's just like that. Either way, he's a bit out there, that's for sure. But hey, nicest guy. So yeah, if you do this hike, obviously try and check it with him. I don't know if he's always there. It is a Sunday afternoon, so he was clearly home, so that's good. Otherwise, the road is not very long. You could park on the main road and just walk all the way in. That's what I was almost thinking about doing, just so the car's not right near his gate if he comes home. And if you didn't check in with him, he might be thinking, you know, what's with the car? He's the last house. But either way, I'm there now. So I drove through this one little red gate, and then he lives past the gate, which is a bit interesting because it's technically the reserve part. I don't know how he lives there, but he does. Anyway, I didn't think there was any more houses past the gate. Otherwise I would have probably stopped at the first gate if anything. Anyway, and yeah, it's clearly now it's not a driving track anyway. This is walking only. So Pine Needle Forest, should be able to knock this out before nightfall. I was going to do this other one, this other gulch back near the Polynesian Centre to the north. It was closed because it was Sunday. I don't know how Polynesians don't have the church thing open on a Sunday, but anyway. If you do walk from the gate, which I was thinking about adding the extra time on, but it'll be an extra 3k's return plus 3k hike, that makes 6. I was like, I'll just do this one, which is 3k's return, and do that one tomorrow. When the gate's open, I can drive further in, hopefully. Save that distance. So it's only like 5 minutes up the road, so it's all good. Alrighto. Now, if I don't get rabies from this bite, he only barely bit me, but you never know. He does live in like pretty off-grid setup. Anyway, we'll find out if I start foaming at the mouth. Climb up a little bit here. Got a partial ocean view between these trees. It's pretty sick. Looks better in real life. Camera only shows you that tiny little piece, but anyway, along we go. So knock this out. I'm going to do a few more beaches before sunset. This is the plan. It's a ribbon there, so I'm assuming we go straight up here. Motorbikes would love it. That's like the other ones up the road. The other tracks into the other waterfalls have very similar hills for motorbikes playground. Look at that. Better open view to the valley. That's grouse. I don't know if we'll get another viewpoint, we might. Yeah, it's cool. Alright, so I believe the gulch that we're doing is to our left. So keep following this ridge and then should be a way to hopefully go down. Like I said, back there it looked dry, but I'm going to find out. Yeah, wasn't sure which way we'd be walking. I thought we might have been down in the other gulch or something, but this is the track, and so now we're up on the ridge, so we're already 1/4 of the way, nearly half. Alright, another little viewpoint, but actually the hills block the ocean, so yeah. Now it's looking like promising now, being a bit, I don't know, deeper foliage in there, so definitely could be water. See how we go. Coming up here, the track goes to the left, the hill kind of goes a bit up on the right. Another viewpoint. That's pretty cool. A little bit different view than what we've seen. That's Laie Point that juts out. That's actually pretty sick. Nice. So I would guess the valley, not this one, but the next one over, is where the other waterfall I haven't done that I was going to try to do before I knew the gate was shut today. Interesting. All right, so we're pushing down, which is a good start because we need to get down to the creek. And if anything, straight away down to the creek again, it means we'll be pretty damn close. We'll see what happens there. All right, we're just plateauing along the ridge line still, not going down yet. A little bit of erosion happening there. Hit another little hill. Could go left around that or up here. I think it makes much difference. All right, so I'm nearly at my marked spot where I think the waterfall is going to be. It's down to the left, so we need to find a way in. I'm hoping. Oh, there's a sick view now. That's grouse. It's really cool. I'm really hoping they've actually got away. We'll follow this. Hopefully, it's going to zigzag down. Now, we know the waterfall's up here because I've got a photo of it from the internet. I don't have a GPX that kind of confirms the path though. And clearly, two families have come here, so they're going here for something. And clearly, he knows about it. Clearly, there was a sign at the start of the road talking about the gulch. So, hopefully, we're going to find our way in. It could be further than I thought. I don't know. There's two ribbons here. Here we go. Okay. So maybe it's actually in the gulch to the right, not the left. This is there. Kapai Pau. This is stream road. I don't know what this means. That stream is what we're going to try. So let's try this. It's definitely not the side I thought it was going to be on. Again, it's really weird. These gulches aren't drawn on the map properly. I don't have a marked pinpoint of the actual falls, so yeah, let's hope this goes down to something. Look, if it's on this side and it works, great. I don't know what the power is. Maybe it goes up to a ridge track further. Yeah. See how this pans out. Any water to my right. Well, we're losing elevation very, very, very slowly, but pretty sure the gulch is going to be down to the right. So yeah, there you have it. Hopefully this works well. Alright, so the internet said there was water at the moment, and it is correct. It's not too bad of a flow. So we're going to cross the creek here. Not sure why. I guess we're going to carry on a little bit further. There's two ribbons here. But yeah, this is our creek. Yeah, it doesn't show much in terms of topographic lines for this waterfall, so I don't know, but I suppose it looks a little small in the photo, but you never know. But hey, it's flowing, and this is the main thing. It's quite pretty. If it was a little bit deeper, it'd be even better. Right, I didn't think we'd be carrying on the sides too. I thought we'd be hopping the creek and be at it, but just got a little bit further to go. I'm still not quite sure how much further, but guesstimated at 3 k's return, but it actually might be longer than that. Maybe 4. Let's see how far up this. I don't think it'd be far from this point now. If we're in the creek area, I'd say we're pretty damn close in this bend. I've scoured the best way in because now there's rock walls started, so it definitely would be harder to get off here. So they've done well with the route, whoever did this. Kudos. Old school Hawaiian hikers. Shady down here, it's nice. This looks even better flow than probably the last 2 gulches. We'll see. We've got ribbons here to cross this creek again. Cut this corner out. It looks like there's a dry trip in the corner over there. Let's see how much further we got to go. Across the creek for a 3rd time. It's very quickly together. Still very flat creek, so we'll find out. It says it's stream road, it doesn't say it's waterfall road. Better be. Nah, I've got a photo, so still following the stream. Looks like there's a dry boulder gully coming in there. Tributary. Alright, let's see. This is definitely way beyond what I thought it was going to be, but it's all good. It's been a pretty easy hike. Just wish I knew the end goal, actual distance. Here we across the creek again for 4th time. A lot of lilies in here, I believe. Orchids, I don't know. Lily, let's go with that. Smells nice. Alright, across the creek for a 5th time. It's a bit darker here. It's only 4 o'clock, still got 2.5 hours of daylight, or at least 2 hours. Slipping in the water there. At least there's still figs rotting here, but at least the track is wide. Now we're good here, looks like we're crossing the creek straight away again, number 6. The ribbon on the other side. Surely around this next bend. Crossing again, this is 9, I'm losing track now. Yeah, water getting louder up here, so hopefully it's going to be close. So again, boom, boom, boom. It's probably the 10th time. And we're starting to get a cliff wall there, and it's starting to narrow a little bit, so I dare say should be getting to something. First bit of rubbish here, this tarp, so I don't know what it's doing here, but maybe someone made a shelter or something. I don't know. These rock walls, look at this, has been naturally, that's not natural, that's man-made stacked. That's weird. So maybe someone did have a little something built in this square. Well, this was a dam wall or something at some stage. Some concrete rails and maybe for the pipe. So that would explain why this track's here. Second of all, it must always pretty much flow with a spring, because they wouldn't have dammed something if it wasn't always going to be flowing. There's a lot of effort to block the water off. So I'd say we shouldn't be, keep saying it, but we shouldn't be far from where we need to be. If that was built there, they wouldn't have built it too far from the waterfall, you'd think. Yeah, you never know. Never know. Another crossing. Like this turns into like 12 k's again. I didn't expect this probably. Let's hope not. 6 to 8 return. That's double what I thought I could handle. We're sticking on the creek or going up here? The ribbon's there. It says 10. They're trying to tell me it's 10 crossings because I think it's more. You know what? Look at this wall. Wow. Well, let's hope it's close. We just stayed on the creek. I don't know if I missed. I couldn't really see. Oh, slipping in the mud. Couldn't really see a track that was cutting into there, but it looks like there could be because it's wide. Whatever, we're down here now. As soon as we get there, that's all that matters. That's a big one. Yeah, I climb back on the left. I don't see any ribbons, but it's kind of a fake track. I don't know, unless they ran out of ribbons. Who knows? Keep going. There's a ribbon. I was right, there was going to be track up here. Alright, across again. It's probably the most ever, he's getting up with the most ever creek crossings we've ever done. It's like 14 or 16, I don't even know. Stop counting. Anyway, keep going. Really wish I had some clue of how far this is, because I probably would have saved it if it was going to be 12. Alright, cross again, you go up that little bank or down the bank. It's going to be fun. Hope I don't have daylight trying to find a way back, because it's going to be difficult trying to find the last ribbon up the hill. Alright, crossed again, 1054. Still the hill is a long way actually. Let's look at the map. Try to get some idea. Yeah, I'm getting a bit stressed now because we've done about 7 Ks. Well no, it's going to be about 7 Ks return, so it's definitely over doubled. Yeah. So, a bit further on there's going to be a big split in the creek, and that could be 2 waterfalls, it looks like, with the topographic lines, kind of with the elevation, like dropping in side by side nearly. I wonder if that's as far as we're getting to. I wouldn't think it's further than that. But yeah. Crossing again. That was really tricky because there's a big tree and you're full dog leg right. You didn't expect that. Kind of walked forward for a bit and I was like, no, this isn't right. So if I remember that, to go left on my return. Alright, crossed again. This is the creek that doesn't end. It goes on and on, my friend. Alright, another crossing. It kind of feels like we're getting close. Just the way the hill, I don't know. It's got it. Oh, I can't even walk anymore, people. Rocks and sticks hidden in these friggin' ferns. I don't know if these people got up here today. They might have turned back. Or they might have went up the ridge. Who knows? Because I've broken a few sticks and I feel like you would have snapped out of the way if you did this thing. Crossing, crossing. Literally don't know how many times I've crossed. Another crossing. This is going to be fun to do in low light on the return, I tell you. Now, the cliff is getting closer. I'm pretty sure it's got to be here soon. Crossing again, but this time actually walking up the creek slightly before we get over. Get a nice wall here, and now you can see this cliff that I've been seeing for a while is right there. So hopefully it's going to corner us in with the waterfall here. Crossing back again. Oh man, if I had known, I would have probably saved this for tomorrow. I knew it was going to push this far out, many kilometres. Jeez. It sucks when you only have like limited information. Like if I knew exactly where the falls was, I could have actually calculated it properly, but I didn't know. So it's just a friggin' guess. Get some big boulders in there now. That's the indicator of falling off a big waterfall, people. We're going up a bit here. I've tied a rope here, the first rope pushes back into the creek. Probably could have climbed it anyway, but surely we've got to be close because we're walking in the middle of this creek here. Walls wrapping around. Maybe the pinch point coming. Wow, biggest rocks I've seen on any creek in Hawaii so far. They've all been small rocks. This is hectic. It looks like Australia. You realise how big rocks we have in Australia too, comparing to other places. We've been going for an hour now, so it's 5. I definitely started this late, and if it's just around this corner, we'll be golden to get back before dark. If it's any friggin' further, it's going to be a stress. But I think it will be because the rock, look at that, the rock wall's getting closer and tighter on both sides now. Come on, Gulch Falls. Alright, I want you to cross again. Surely we're close. Jeez, man. Alright, crossing again. This is getting a bit ridiculous. Surely we're going to pinch. Yep, another crossing. I really would like to turn back at 5, but we're not there, so we've got to persevere the pain now. It's a bit annoying otherwise. Like, I thought I had ample time to do this 3K walk. Ample time. And clearly it's not. That's what I thought it was. You know what? Another big slab of rock wall on the right. Thought it was going to hit together by now. A tiny little cascade there. It's nothing special, but it's water. All right, corner. Give it to me. Yeah, well, crossed again. It bloody better be soon because we are not going to make it. Alright, so this is the split of the two creeks I was talking about. Looks like the left one has way better flow. I don't know which side we're going on because I don't know where the ribbon's staying on the right. So, okay, we'll take the lower flow waterfall, people. There probably is one on both, but for now we'll follow this. Actually, I don't think we're there yet. I think this could just be an island with low flow on one side and we're walking up it. Okay. Well, no matter what, if we get to this split, if we're not there by then, it's got to be the turn point. No, okay. Let's push this back to the better flow. It was just an island there. And yeah, surely we're going to get a waterfall in this good flow one. A massive boulder. Okay, crossed again. Now I understand why old mate's never done this walk because he said he couldn't take his dogs. And I get it, because look how hectic this is for a dog to jump through. Okay, pushed back onto the creek. It's looking more and more promising. Keep saying that, but then it just keeps giving me more corners. We crawl, but we go through this real tight section where you think it's going to be the falls. It's not, it's still open. Right, there's a big slab on the left. This has got to be a junction here. Looks like it's really steep rock and the water's pivoted either side of it. Let's see. We've got no ribbons here. Ha! Yeah, rightio, ribbons. You had one job. Well, let's keep going. It's pretty obvious it's got to be up here. Righto, this is the split. Ribbons there, so we're probably going... I don't know, we're going right because it's crossing me back over. I don't know why. I thought the left one would have more flow. I don't know, there's two ribbons there crossing your back. I don't know, let's just see what's up here. The boulder cascade. You can see a ribbon on the left. I don't know, we'll just try and go this way, see if it works. Alright, cross this again. A lot of boulders, that means it's falling off a rock wall. Come on, we're close to this line to where it should be, so. Alright, massive boulders. I see another corner there. I'm hoping it's going to be it. I don't see any more ribbons, they've just stopped. So that is delightful. Alright, still a ribbon. I know this is the way you just follow the creek, but still it's nice to know it's still with you. And here's something waterfally. Let's see. Doesn't look like a bad swimhole actually, but I see a big fall right around this corner, so we're here. We have to probably go back and go up. I can't really climb that. So yeah, it's just there within reach finally. Fucking pushing the time, I tell you. Whew, this is going to take a minute to get up there too, which is going to be annoying. Otherwise this rope there, you can swim, climb up the rope, and might be to go. The photo I have of this is this one, not the one in the corner. And it's going to be a bit hard to get up there without the phone getting wet. This is my issue. Look at that, it's big, you've got to get in there. God damn. Alright, we're here finally, and it is very late. I'm definitely going to be out with torch, but hey, friggin' made it. So word of advice, start at 2, don't start at 4. This is hectic. Anyway, I didn't know. They estimated to be at least 10-12 k's to turn, so I've got some distance to cover. I got 45 minutes of good light. If I can hopefully get out the creek up to the main track by the time it's dark, I'll be happy, but we'll see how we go. I climbed up the rope, did a dodgy maneuver, I put my shorts around my neck, stripped off naked, and used the shorts with a zipper to hold the phone so it wouldn't get wet, because my phone screen's not waterproof really, so I don't trust it. So I couldn't just keep it in the pocket. But anyway, yeah, I managed to get up. Looks like you could climb this too, maybe, to go up, which I think could be a better option, but now I'm barefoot, so I left the shoes down there, which is kind of annoying. I can maybe give it a crack, there's no guarantees, but then I might overshoot way past the waterfall and have to come back and get my stuff. So, yeah, maybe I should have, I didn't want to climb the wall with shoes on, I thought it would be better barefoot, but anyway, here, you could go for a swim for sure if it was earlier. I pretty much swam for that last pool, so, anyway people, that's a decent size and decent flow, so it is worth the effort. It's just annoying I didn't know exactly what I was in for, but anyway, that's the story, morning glory. So, hope you enjoyed this journey. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, get notified of all new misadventures, and wish me well to get out. Catch you on the next one, eh? Peace out.